Hello, Da Vinci. Welcome back. This is your history lesson for today. It's the 13th of the 1st, 2021. Your learning objective is, can I order Neil Armstrong's life in chronological order on a timeline? And the second objective that we're working towards is, can I display awareness of chronological order? So that's understanding of what it means now. Today, we're going to be exploring the life of Neil Armstrong. So can you remember why he's such an important astronaut? So you can pause the video and have a discussion with your teddy or your toy. So why is he such an important astronaut? Can you remember? So we're going to come back to why Mr. Neil Armstrong was such an important astronaut. So what is a timeline? How can a timeline help us? And what special order is a timeline in? These are all the questions that we're going to go over. So chronological order, that is the special order of a timeline. And the word chronological means to be in order from oldest to newest. So what happened in the past and what's happening now is the order that it happens in, is the chronological order. So the first thing you were born, and then maybe you went to school, and then you grew up and got a job. That's chronological order. It's things that happen in your life in that order. So first, let's go through a few pages and learn about Neil Armstrong's life. So who is Neil Armstrong? Well, Neil Alden Armstrong was born on August the 5th in 1930 in Ohio in USA. That's in America. He was the first person to set foot on the moon. Neil's passion for flying started when he was 6 years old, when he took his first plane flight. He became a licensed pilot on his 16th birthday in 1947. His studies was in aeronautical engineers in Purdue University. They were interrupted, which means they were stopped in 1950 when he had to join the Air Force to fight in the Korean War. During the war, his plane was shot down and he was awarded with 3 air medals. In 1955, Armstrong completed his aeronautical engineering degree. So he went back to university and he finished off his degree, and immediately became a civilian research pilot for NASA. Now, we might have seen this symbol before because it's very important for space travel. In 1962, Armstrong joined the space program, so the American space program. Here's a picture of all the things that were happening during that time. On March the 16th, 1966, Armstrong was sent as command pilot of a spaceship called the Gemini 8, and it went into space. This was a near-death experience, so that meant that he nearly died from this. Armstrong then took control of the spacecraft and he had to perform a crash landing in the Pacific Ocean. So after he went up to space in the Gemini 8, there was a malfunction, and as he came back into Earth's atmosphere, he had to do a controlled landing, but it was a crash landing in the Pacific Ocean. On December 23rd, 1968, Neil Armstrong was offered the chance to command the space mission Apollo 11. This would be the first manned landing on the moon. After 6 months of practice and preparation, the Apollo 11 spacecraft launched on July the 16th, 1969. Here he is in the module. Neil became the first man to walk on the moon on July the 20th, 1969. He arrived back down to Earth on July the 24th, 1969. So he went and put his first foot on the moon on July the 20th, 1969, and then he arrived back to Earth on July the 24th, 1969. These are the correct dates. I'm not sure whether any of you may have noticed, but I think in the previous history video, we may have got 1 or 2 of the dates mixed around. We've got this right on this one. So it says July the 20th, 1969 is when he put his foot on the moon, when he first was to walk on the moon. And then when he arrived back to Earth on July the 20th, 24th, sorry, 1969. My apologies. So, after stepping on the moon, Neil Armstrong was heard saying, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And we spoke about this in our last session, about how important it must have felt for him. Neil Armstrong unfortunately died in August 25th, 2012. And this is his gravestone. You can see, obviously, he's got some of the famous spacecrafts, one of them being the Saturn V that went up to space. So it's now your turn. You're going to create a timeline of Neil Armstrong's life in chronological order. So chronological order, we mentioned, was putting order of somebody's life from start to finish. So let's have a look at what a good one looks like, a woggle, or a waggle, sorry, on the next page. Okay, so here we go. I've drawn a bit of a challenge one for you, and I've put the dates next to each one. So what happened at 1930? What happened in 1950? What happened in 1962? What happened in 1969? And what happened in 2012, okay, in 2012. So you then could write in or draw in a picture, or you could do both. You could draw a picture and label what's next to it in each one of those boxes, showing me what happened in Neil Armstrong's life on these dates, okay? And here you go. Here's the pictures that's going to help you. So you need to order them. You need to put them in the right order, okay? So you can pause the screen here. You could also pause the screen on this one to see what you need to make it look like. But these are the ones that I've mixed up, so you need to put them in the right order. That's your challenge one. If you've got a challenge two, this is the next one. So you've got 1930, and it goes all the way 1947, 1950, 1955, 1962, 1966, 1969, 2012. And these are the ones that I've mixed up. So you need to put them in the right order. Okay? I apologize. I've forgotten. I had one of those moments. Challenge one and challenge two are the only challenges we've got today. There is no challenge three. So you need to then extend yourself by maybe you could find out some more information about Neil Armstrong if you would like. But challenge two is the top challenge for today. And that's what you need to make it look like in your own work at home. I look forward to seeing this work onto tapestry. Thank you very much, Da Vinci. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.